Welcome back, guys. Bronson with the Epoxy Resin Store. Today I'm going to go over some of the things I wish I had known when I first started doing epoxy to help get the best possible outcome for it. All right, the first thing I would recommend is always get a quality resin. We've been using Super Gloss for years now. We pour hundreds of gallons a month and it performs flawlessly for us. We've used everybody. We really enjoy this brand. It's been nothing but a pleasure to work with. So the first thing to do is make sure you have a good resin. All right, the second thing that you really want to pay attention to is whatever resin you get, make sure that you pour it according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Super Gloss is a 1-to-1 mix ratio, and we pour it by volume. So we use a cup that tells us how much we're putting it in, 1-to-1. Some brands of resin will have you pour it by weight. So if you're using a brand like that, make sure that you're pouring it according to your manufacturer's recommendations. All right, the next step is your drill. Don't drill like this, drill like this. Nice and slow, and take your time. When you drill like this, you're gonna suck a lot of bubbles into your resin and really get it aerated. Just take your time, nice and slow. Take your time to make sure your resin gets mixed really well. Don't go crazy. Okay, and the last thing I wish I would have known is make sure you've got a stick of some sort in your mixing process. When you're mixing your resin, whatever brand you choose, make sure you're scraping the sides and the bottom as you bring it up. Resin's a funny creature. It likes to sit and spin in the middle. So if we don't bring these sides and edges in, it will end up being uncured. So when I put this onto my piece to work with, I'll have spots that don't end up curing or cure soft and tacky. We don't want that. We want a nice, really hard cure. And so in order to do that, we make sure we're scraping our edges and our sides. If I'm using a drill, I'll just come up slowly, hitting the edges just like that. It's another way you can do that. So slow, just make sure you're mixing your epoxy thoroughly. All right, if you'll follow those simple steps right there, you'll greatly increase your chances to have a really positive and a good experience with your resin. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video and it was valuable to you, we don't ask for anything in return, but what we do ask for is if you'll like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so every video that comes out, you'll get a chance to learn from us. Thank you.